Before I start this lesson, I'd like to give all praise and glory and honor unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash. Double honor to the apostles, elders, and bishops, a great millstone who rule well and teach well. Shalom to the 144,000 men that's pushing, get believing His word, and all true sincerity, and sacrifice their lives of us to do so. Shalom to the men, women, and children that's tuning in and listening. And shalom to the Israelite foreigners scattered abroad on all four corners of the earth. The Heavenly Father named Yahweh, His only begotten Son named Yahweh Shai. And Lord, when this video edifying, quick, straight to the point. This video right here will be entitled, Are You Truly a Prophet? IGCJC, right? If you haven't seen the video by now, the elder out of South Carolina, he did a video concerning what the member, I don't know if he's the leader, but he asked one of the members, do you know what the RFID C-hip is, right? Do you think the mark of the beast is the RFID microchip, right? Right. He said, well, before he even said that, he said, I got a question for you. If I don't know, I don't know, right? And then he began to speak, and he didn't know. So therefore, he danced around by dancing around. I mean, he avoided. Right, he avoided that topic. Right, as a prophet, right. If you do not know what the MOTB is, you are not a prophet. Right, you have to know what the MOTB is in order to be delivered. Right, or just be a prophet in general. Right, a lot of individuals do not know what the MOTB is, and they don't know how to break it down properly. Right, when you go to Revelation 13 and 16, right, mark it is right hand or forehead, right, but elders, apostles go on down. Elders, beginning with the elders and apostles on down, have broken that down many times, over and over and over. So there's no excuse to not know what the MOTB is. And for him to be a prophet, that means he's not a true prophet. Because you don't know the prophecies. You cannot call yourself a prophet if you don't know the prophecies, right? And that's why it's important to study. Because if you don't know something, that's why you have a brotherhood, leadership, in order to know and break things down and learn from and study from. But that's neither here nor there. The point of this is to show that you are not a true prophet if you do not understand what the MOTB is. There's no other way around it, right? So, without further ado, I'm going to grab some precepts. I'm not going to make this too long, but Lord willing, is edifying, right? So, let me go ahead. I'm going to start from Habakkuk chapter 2. All right, I'm starting from Habakkuk 2 real quick. All right, let me see, grab this real quick. It's a lot here. This is in transit, so if I'm moving a little fast or taking a little too long to speak, forgive me. This is Habakkuk chapter 2, and I'll start at verse 1. And I will stand upon my watch, right? This is what a prophet is supposed to do. Stand on his watch and what? Prophesy, right? I will stand upon my watch and set upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me. And what shall I answer when I am reproved? Right? That's what a prophet's supposed to do. Being on his watch. Right? Verse 2. And the Lord Yahweh answered me and said, Write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. So what? Meaning, if you are a prophet, right? A prophet is a watchman, a seer, right? In order to be that, you have to make the vision or make the prophecy plain in order to interpret it, interpret the prophecy, explain it in terms that everybody can understand. Make it plain, right? For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it surely will come, and surely will come, it will not tarry, right? So there's a point in time for all prophecies, right? And you know, the MOTB is here, but it's not mandated yet, right? So we're living in times of where the MOTB will be mandated, it will be rolled out, but right now the Lord ain't have it to where it's being mandated right now. And great, right? We see the development of the technology of the MOTB, right? You got the Neuralink, brain link, Neuralink. You have those things being used and test ran on people. You got people with the with chips in their arms or in their heads or so on and so forth, right? But it will not be mandated. It will be mandated once a crisis or crises is after or during a crisis or crises, right? Which, however the Lord chooses to do it, you know, have Esau Edom issue it, but it will be rolled out when stat crisis or crises is underway, right? And you will have to give up your liberties, your freedoms, right? You can't buy, you can't sell without that mark, right? You can't eat, right? You ain't gonna be able to you're not gonna be able to live how you want to live without that mark, right? So that's what Esau Edom's gonna do, right? And we're in Jacob's trouble now, but it's not gonna reach its height until what? The MOTB comes. Right, so once the MOTB comes, then we'll be most definitely out of here. So now, I'm going to jump to Revelation chapter 1 and verse 3, something real quick and simple. Let me see. Oh, I went to 4. So this is Revelation chapter 1 and verse 3. Blessed he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy will keep these things which are written therein, for the time is at hand. Right, so what? You have to read and understand and know what these prophecies are. If you don't understand these prophecies, if you cannot interpret them, if you don't know, then you just don't know, right? That's why brothers stress that you have to read, you have to know what you're talking about, you have to know what you're doing, right? You can't just be on the highway or the byway saying anything, right? They're not doing your own thing. So when people ask you what is Revelation 6:13 and 16, you're giving them a straightforward answer, right? But if you don't, then that means you don't know you're not a prophet or you sold out. Either way, it's not looking good for you, as they say. So from here, I'm not gonna make this video long though as well, because it's pretty simple. You know, we all see and know who the true prophets are. Ezekiel 12:5, you know, that's going to come into effect, right? Because Israelites can't say, oh, I didn't know what that was. Oh, if I wouldn't have known, I wouldn't have took. No, that's not going to happen like that. All these prophecies, everything has been broken down. Everything up to this point has been broken down. It's just a matter of prophecy playing out now. You have videos on the internet. You can watch videos day and night, no matter the time nor the day. Right? You can watch videos to get understanding. Right? So it's not going to be no excuse. This is Amos chapter 3. And I'll start at verse 7. Oh, yes, verse 7. Surely the Lord Yahweh will do nothing, but he revealeth his secrets unto the servants of prophets, right? So the prophets would know the mysteries that the Heavenly Father have hidden away from most people, right? And the prophets are on the highways and byways telling you, okay, this is what this means, this is what that means, this is what this prophecy means, this prophecy happened this many years ago, this prophecy hasn't happened yet, so on and so forth, right? You know, things like that. And we know and understand this. So like we know and understand and see that what all of the prophecies that have been written, or not all, but a vast majority of prophecies have happened. We're just waiting on the MOTB and Yahweh Shai's return, right? And all of the other prophecies are going to come, and it's not going to tarry. And the Lord is speeding up this process, so there will not be There will not be another heathen in rulership, right? So this is exactly what's happening. So from here, I'm going to grab Isaiah 46 and 10, and I'm going to wrap it up. And Lord wanted to be edifying as well. So this is Isaiah chapter 46. This is Isaiah chapter 46 and verse 10, declaring the end from the beginning, from the ancient times, the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, I would do all my pleasure. Meaning what? The Heavenly Father have prophesied the things from the beginning all the way up to the end, right? Even Enoch, he prophesied of Yahushai, so on and so forth. Ezra prophesied of Yahushai and received revelations of what? The end. John the Baptist, Isaiah, Jeremiah, right? Habakkuk, right? All of these prophets, right? All of the prophets of old have received visions, right? Of the latter end, right? And this is already written before the earth was created. So this is predestination we're talking about. And that trumps any and everything people will say or have to say about, oh, well, I didn't know, or not just I didn't know. Oh, when this came about? Well, the Heavenly Father just said what? Declaring the end from the beginning, right? Apostles Tahar, old channel, what? Declaring the end, right? GMS declaring the end, right? This is where, not this is where, but these prophecies is where the apostle gets his channel from, or channel title from, right? As prophets, we are declaring the end. And Yahweh, through Yahushai, have things set up even before the foundation of the earth was laid. But with that, I'm going ahead to close out by giving all praise and glory and honor unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, by Hashem, Rakakwadash. Lord, witness via edifying, and on to the next one. Shalom.